Yo, what's up, guys? Happy Handsome Tuesday. You guys love Handsome Tuesday. So we're just going to get right into it. We got some controversy. It wasn't really controversy. It's more so the guys didn't know the rules. So you got to know the rules on the penalties with the double guard pull. So we're just going to look at what happens when you don't know the rules. And I'll kind of explain it a little bit too. There's no sound. Alrighty, so just to let you know, they both have 3 penalties. And so one more penalty from a guard pull. Yep, that was it. Oh, this is a different match than that one I saw. But if you get 4 penalties, you both get disqualified. Which it looked like the one guy pulled guard, but didn't look like the other guy pulled guard. So 4th penalty means disqualification. Oh, so the other guy won. Oh, DQ. Yeah, he got DQ'd. So I saw another match where both guys got DQ'd. So because they had penalties, just to rewind real fast. So from the double guard pull, you have 30 seconds for someone to stand back up. So he pulls guard. It also wasn't a legit guard pull, but because he pulled guard and he already had 3 penalties, actually that penalty was the guard pull was the penalty. So yeah, he messed up and got disqualified. So you got to know the rules. Then the guys over here arguing. Yeah, you got to know the rules. Let's see. One guy says both had 3 penalties. Guy surprised when he played with fire and got a 4th penalty. Well, his 4th penalty is because he pulled without it establishing a grip. But if they both had double guard pulled, that would have been disqualification for both guys. Yeah. Let's see. If you look at the score, the guy was winning too. Does he really hate stand-up in top position that much, considering how lax ibjjf is with stalling and the stand-up skill level? He could have just circled around, reached for a leg, and, well, yeah, he could have done that. There you go. Yeah, so here's the answer, which I already said, but good to see it written. Guard pulling without grips is a penalty, and he already had 3, so the 4th one is a DQ. So they both were playing with fire. They both could have gotten DQ'd, which I did see during the tournament. Some MMA news. We got legend of MMA, Cain Velasquez, sentenced to 5 years in prison. So I think let's read. He received a wave of public support from the MMA community following news of his sentencing this week. The former UFC heavyweight champion was handed a 5-year prison term on Monday in connection to a 2022 shooting incident. The shooting occurred after Velasquez pursued a vehicle containing Harry Goldtear. I can't pronounce that guy's name. The man accused of molesting. I'm just reading the article, guys. Velasquez's then 4-year-old son, alongside Gollart's stepfather, Paul Bender, and mother, Patricia Gollart, who ran the daycare where the alleged assault took place. During the high-speed chase, Velasquez, I can't say his name for some reason either, fired multiple shots into the car, injuring Bender. Although Velasquez faced charges that included attempted murder, the court ultimately sentenced him to 5 years in prison, a significantly reduced term from the 25 to life sentence prosecutors had requested. He also received credit for time already served, including 8 months in jail over 2 years under house arrest, leaving him with approximately 2 years remaining on his sentence. And if Velasquez maintains good behavior, he could potentially be released in 2026. Okay, so wow. Can we watch this video? Let's see what they say. Oh, that gonna hit me. Dang. Well, that's Velasquez with his belt and getting out the helicopter. Can you read some of the comments? So he got 5 years, but with time served and good behavior, you think he'd be out in 3. Yeah, that's what they were saying. 2 years, right? Free Cain. Trump needs to pardon this dude. Free Cain. So, I mean, I think most people are in support of him. Just hearing the story. Not much else we can really say. Some other news, we got BJJ gold medal athlete who sells candy at Rio de Janeiro traffic light to fund his competition dreams. So, man, listen, if you guys out here complaining you don't have money, look at this guy. He's out there in the streets doing it. Hopefully he can get some sponsors, if they can shine. Well, obviously they're shining a light on him, so hopefully we can get him some sponsorships or something out there. I'm sure he would love to go compete at Pans and Worlds and everything else in between. Every day in Rio de Janeiro, an inspiring and bittersweet scene unfolds amid the city's traffic. 18-year-old Ronald Ferreira, a talented Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu athlete and recent gold medalist, trades the comfort of training mats for the blistering asphalt of his neighborhood. In Rio's West Zone, clad in his gi and adorned with his hard-earned medals, Ronald weaves through lines of stalled vehicles selling peanuts and candy to raise funds for his next big competition. He took to the streets just a week after winning gold at the South American Championship in the purple under 100 kilogram division. His goal now to earn enough to compete in the prestigious Brazilian Championships held in Sao Paulo, March 26th to the 4th of April. Wow. Well, so he needs approximately $400. So hopefully he can get that, because that's pretty soon. That's this week. Yeah. I've been a fighter since 2019, Ronald explains. I first stepped onto the mats when I took my niece to her jiu-jitsu class. I decided to try it myself, and from that moment, I fell in love with the sport. I've trained hard, competed, and won titles. Bro, I am stuffy, guys. I don't know what's going on. But without sponsorship or steady financial support, I don't know how far I'll be able to go. So that's him winning the South American CBJJ. So hopefully he can get out there. Let's see. Despite the physical toll and emotional weight of his situation, Ronald keeps pushing forward. He trains early in the mornings and heads straight to the streets, where he stays until nightfall, hoping to make enough to cover his expenses. On average, he earns about 100 reais a day, which is about $20. These countries are different, man. We take a lot for granted over here in America. There are people who cheer me on, who roll down their windows to give me encouragement and tell me to keep going. But there's also people who look at me with judgment or ignore me completely. Sometimes he's joined by fellow jiu-jitsu athletes, Adele, 17, who also walks the streets wearing his kimono and seeking help. The gi gets really hot under the sun, Daniel admits, but it's the only way we've found to grab people's attention. I mean, it definitely stands out when you're wearing your gi and all your medals. His story is one of perseverance and unshakable passion. Despite the odds, he remains determined to fight not only on the mat but in life, one bag of peanuts at a time. So he says you can follow and support Ronald via Instagram at Ronaldo Ferreira BJJ. Let's check him out real fast. We can shine a light on him. I don't really have a way to get money to him, but we can at least show you who he is. So there is a way to donate to him. It's in Portuguese. So if anybody knows how to figure that out for us, I wouldn't mind sending a couple dollars. 100 reais ain't nothing. Actually, this might be some type of way to send money. I have to check later. But yeah, we'll love to see him out there competing. We saw that already. This might be a short video. I was looking for content today, but it was kind of short. It was kind of slow day. Is that what I just read? Let's see. Yeah, so it says, why are prices such a secret? I'm moving to another town in a month, and I managed in our message 2 gyms I found in that town asking for their membership prices. Can't find it neither on their website or Facebook pages. One replied with a PDF of all the prices. Okay, great. The other replies a week later with his phone number asking for a call to discuss all my questions. Why is it so hard to just find out the cost? I'm not sure what belt this guy is. I mean, cost is important, but usually you want to figure out if the schools are good. So usually you try the schools out before you ask about the pricing. But I mean, if you're on a budget, you need to know. Um, you need to know. But is that the most important thing, or is the school a good place? Is the environment good? Is the vibe good? I don't know. Usually when people start asking about prices, they usually don't. They're not going to sign up. That's usually what I find out. They're going to go to Joe Schmo, karate, jiu-jitsu, $70 a month, which is a lot in some countries, but it's not a lot in other countries. So there have been several posts on this in the past. Sticker shock is usually the answer. Most clubs want you to come and attend a class and see what it's like before you see how much the monthly cost is. Some clubs are worse than others when it comes to high pressure sales tactics. I'm kind of surprised people are surprised. It's usually in the same ballpark as yoga, CrossFit, and any other instructor-led physical activity. Yeah, I mean, you kind of know, unless you're in a different area, an inexpensive area. Even many monthly art or music classes are similarly priced. Not sure why everyone is surprised at BJJ pricing. Let's see. I thought BJJ was a bit pricey compared to yoga, but Pilates prices are absolutely nuts. I think it's because they are limited by machines and instructors. Near me, a Pilates studio is $250 per month. Okay. There's some jiu-jitsu places that are that expensive. And that still has a limit on classes each week. I pay a little more than half of that for an MMA gym where I can take all the classes I want. BJJ is yoga with an opponent. Let's see. Most BJJ pricing is unlimited. Is one unlimited adult monthly price, maybe a family discount plus one kid's price. They may let you pay for 6 months or a year contract up front to shave some overall spending, but not everyone has a couple grand to fork over in one purchase. Usually, other fitness subscriptions have individual class or limited class tiers, which I notice is less common in BJJ because of the curriculum change. There's even third-party apps where, bro, you guys make fun of me reading, but I'm looking at people's writing, and I'm like, I gotta like translate what they're saying, and it doesn't make any sense, but I'm trying to read it. So where individuals can get a la carte class from different studios. Okay, man, I'm trying to read some of this stuff, bro, and it's like, is that proper English? I don't know. And sometimes, people aren't used to writing things for it to be read. Sometimes they're just kind of throwing stuff out there, and it makes no sense. And I'm trying to understand it and explain stuff. Let's see. BJJ in LA averages $7 an hour, which is about $200 a month for 30 hours a month. Surfing lessons are like $100 an hour, including equipment. Snowboarding was like $50 an hour, not including equipment. Dance classes are $15 an hour. Overall, BJJ seems cheap. Yeah, it depends on where you are. Go try the class. Go and try the class and see if you enjoy it. I mean, obviously, well, they kind of explained it. Okay, you might be spending upwards of $100 to $200 a month. Okay, there you go. Go try the class. See if you enjoy it. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. As soon as I hear people talking about pricing, usually they're not serious. They're going to go to the cheapest place for the worst training. So other good news, we got Phorm Davies and Adele. They're back. They're going to have their match. I believe Phorm got injured. It was supposed to be March or something, or February, something like that. But she got injured, so it's back. It's back on. Let's see. So these are two athletes I've done stories on my main channel. We did Phorm, and then we did a story on Adele. So you guys can check those out if you haven't seen them. Inner Fanboy says Phorm, but Fornerino has just been on fire. Well, they fought once before. And I think Adele was kind of still, she was still new, but she's made a name for herself with the double gold in ADCC. So it should be good. Another person says, I got Fion. She hasn't been competing that much this year. She's opening up a school. Maybe we can check that out. Too close to call. I feel like Fornerino has improved a lot since their last match in 2022. Basically, not even 3 years ago. Let's see. I got Fion. Adele won't have that element of surprise, and Fion is too good, but we'll see. They're both good. They're both good. Yeah, so let's look at that school. Let's see. I'll go back here. Can I go back? Yeah. I can't remember the name of the school. Oh God, new boyfriend. I stay out the relationship stuff, guys. Don't come to me for the relationship stuff. Somebody, yeah. Let's see. Is this the one? Yeah. So I think the new school is called Arma BJJ, and they've been getting a lot of people coming through. So here's like a mock-up of their facilities. Hot tub, recovery room, little mock-up of like a juice bar section. You got Fion there with the gang. So I believe April 2025. So it's pretty wild that Fion's taking that fight with Adele. I forget when the fight is, but she's been focusing on this school. And we did cover this video for rolling with this big guy. You guys might have seen that. And here's the gym. I haven't seen any full pictures of the gym. So they hosted like a coaches camp or something, and this is kind of different vibe, right? I don't know how to describe this vibe. There's a lot of different elements going on. You got the lighting, got the mats. They're doing some gear rollout, little photo shoot. Yeah, so at least they're taking it very seriously, right? They're not just they're playing ball. They come in to really do some big things. So yeah, I think these are just mock-ups maybe of what they want their gym. So pretty cool looking. It's definitely gonna stand out. Kind of got Asian inspired. With the windows here and the lighting, the matte color is pretty interesting. Yeah, so I want to do definitely see when they actually roll the gym out what it's gonna look like. And then they've also partnered with some other athletes. Maybe know some of these guys, some other athletes. You might know Tommy Lankaker. I think he's gonna be doing seminar tours up there. Nia, one of my Christian's friends. I think she's going to be out there too a little bit. Talking about different gyms, new gyms, let's talk about Inverted Gear. Inverted Gear is one of my favorite places. If you guys are ever in Allentown, PA, go check them out. Go check out Panda Nation. Roll with the pandas. So this is off of BJJ Globetrotters, and it's from January 14th, 2022. And it's just features Inverted Gear as one of their affiliated academies. And it says, where is Inverted Gear Academy located? Bethlehem, PA, United States. How many people train there? 16 active members as of this morning. So this is a while back. I think they got more than 16 people. Is the gym growing? If so, by how many new members each month or year? It says we opened less than a month ago. Okay, so that's why they didn't have that many people back then. We hope to reach 100 members within a year. I definitely think they got that. So shooting for 8 new members per month. What was the highest and lowest belt grades in training? Brand new white belts, so to second or third degree. Oh, so they had brand new white belts to second or third degree black belts. When did the gym open? December 5th, 2021. So I think I was supposed to go to the grand opening. I was there in New Jersey. You know what? I came for Thanksgiving, and I think I left that week before that. I think that was a Saturday or something. I definitely left before that grand opening, but I've more than made up for it by going there. So this is the old gym layout when they had. I think it was a gym before or something. It's definitely the old layout. They don't got that anymore. Yeah, that green patch is gone. Some facts about you. Name: Nelson, 35, second degree black belt, entrepreneur. 15 years in BJJ. So he definitely had 20 or something right now. Wrestling and judo, sambo. Currently living in Lehigh Valley, an hour north of Philadelphia and 2 hours west of New York City. Originally from Chile. Yeah, so that's Nelson there. Nelson and Hillary, the panda couple. Inverted gear. You guys know we always support some inverted gear. You guys want to support the channel? As always, you can check out inverted gear. Where is inverted gear? Inverted gear, where are you? There we go. Inverted gear. Offer code Alec, man. You guys know the drill. You guys all know the drill. But it's cool to just see that, inverted gear has been around for a good while. Let's see. 4 years now? Almost 4 years this year. How do you see the future of BJJ in your area? He says this area is having an influx of population. It will be fascinating to see what the future brings. The area is renowned for their wrestling. Yeah, Lehigh Valley or Lehigh is really well known, both at the high school and college level. So if we could get some of those kids interested in grappling, throw a jacket on them early. Throw a jacket on them early. And teach them some basics as they come up and learn wrestling at the same time. The sky is the limit. What's the best thing about Inverted Gear Academy? We spend a lot of time working on our curriculum. We are also planning on taking a look at it every 3 months to make adjustments. We hope this allows us to bring up some well-rounded grapplers that are comfortable playing different guards, passing in different styles, and escaping gamut positions. Once they are comfortable with that, they can specialize in whatever game they want since they have a solid foundation. And they've been doing a lot more ecological training too. Yeah, so if you guys are ever in the area, go check them out. If you're not in the area, you can also check out Inverted Gear apparel, Inverted Gear gis. They have no gi. They got everything. So check them out, guys. Talking about wrestling in Pennsylvania, the state of Pennsylvania. So Lehigh is a really good school for wrestling. You have Pennsylvania University of Penn, UPenn, and then you also have Penn State, which is probably the top school in wrestling right now, collegiately. And so they just added a senior world champion wrestler, Manosuke. Oh no, I messed his name up. So Ono has won, did he win Worlds? Oh, he did win the Senior World Championships. So he's won at 61 kilograms, and he announced on Monday, which was yesterday, that he will be enrolling at Penn State University and will wrestle for the Nittany Lions next season. So I think that NIL money got him, bro. They got him with the NIL. And, wrestling's so huge, especially in Pennsylvania. It's so huge. So he says, I signed with Penn State University to wrestle for the Nittany Lions. I'm excited to learn folk style and compete in PSU. I will work to become an NCAA champion, and I'm eager to work with Coach Kale, Coach Cody, Coach Nick Lee, and Coach Cunningham. I love State College and the culture in the wrestling room at Penn State. I'm excited to compete for all the great PSU wrestling fans. So that's pretty awesome. Not too many world champions are wrestling collegiately. I mean, and that was changing because, you had Gable Stevenson, Olympic champion. What was the other guy that wrestled? What's that kid's name? Kyle Snyder. I think he won Olympics and then he went back to college, right? Or maybe I'm wrong. Usually people wait to wrestle internationally after collegiate, but now it's changing. And the only thing is he's got to work on folk style. So some differences between folk style and freestyle. The scoring might be harder in folk style, I believe. So pretty interesting to see him competing. So good luck to him. Man, that's awesome, bro. And I think it's going to be a good cultural exchange having the Japanese fighters. They had a few Japanese fighters like Ono and some other guys come to America recently. So it'll be cool to have, more exchanges between those international countries. It'll be cool to have like Japanese wrestlers, some Iranian wrestlers, Chinese wrestlers, Mongolian wrestlers, Russian wrestlers. I don't know if that would happen, but wouldn't that be pretty exciting? You had those crazy Russian guys over here wrestling collegiately. It's all some great stuff, man. I'm gonna watch this, and I'm gonna suggest you guys, if you're interested in it, it's called Periodization for BJJ Training, and it's Juggernaut Training Systems. But I'm gonna watch this on my own because I'm learning a lot, and I actually want to, absorb that information. So we're gonna finish this quick video. Jesus Christ, man! I don't know what happened today, man. We went quick today. We're gonna take a look at one new gym. It's called Phorm. I believe they're a supplements company. But they also do have a lot of wrestlers and stuff over there. But just want you to see what's possible with the right resources. Again, I'm not saying you have to have a huge school like this, but that is possible. So let's see what they say. That music gonna get me. Thank you, music. Hopefully it goes off. So that's the gym / office, boardroom. I believe this is real. I don't think it's a mock-up. Yeah, that's real. The music gonna get me, guys. Huge area. So not only is it a gym, but it's also like a headquarters for their product, which I believe is, again, supplement company. That's a mock-up. Okay, that's for sure a mock-up. Yo, that's a mock-up. Oh, wait a second, guys. That's not right. Let's look at an actual tour. I don't want to see the mock-up. Mock-ups are cool, looks interesting, but it's not So this is, hopefully I don't get hit with the copyright strike, but this is a tour of Phorm. So let's see if it's a little bit better. Got the shaky cam, guys. If you get dizzy, go look at this video. I'm dizzy. So yeah, they got a cool car in oh no, this song. I'm cooked. They got a soccer field. What was that? A little soccer field inside? Huge American flag. We do the work. Gym. I think they do everything there. They just put everything in one place. Got the workout area. Let's see if they. Oh, wait a second. So there's next to the. I guess they changed it. So now it's next to the. They put some mats near the basketball court. Don't do this in real life, guys. So I guess they changed it since the last video. Unless they're wrestling on the turf. Don't wrestle on turf, guys. Oh, they got a little bit of mats right there. Is that the boss? He's like, hey, yo, we ain't signed up. Don't get hurt. Well, I guess they know what they're doing. Well, look, they both wrestling stance and shoes on. Let's see what they got real fast. Hey, uh-oh. Okay. That looked like me. That looked like me at Pann's right there getting dropped. I go behind. This dude about to lose. They're not even in the same weight class. All right, that's good. Yo. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that what's possible when you have enough resources. I'm not saying you got to build a huge gym. You don't got to do the Phorm thing. Maybe Nelson can do it because he has he has the actual product, and then he can have a gym in the same facility. So Nelson, you can do that. For everybody else, just I don't know. Think about they're doing too much almost, but it's a cool space. I'm sure the workers, the employees want to be there. Think about how you can make your gym like that for your clients, your students. Make them want to show up, and just having interesting features. That's pretty cool. I think if you just have mats and there's nothing else there, it's like, okay, well, that's every gym I've ever been to. But think about what little features you can add, what little services you can add, the little touches. If you can't afford to have a Porsche in your gym, you can buy a little Hot Wheels Porsche. Put that in the front. Put that in the front of the gym. Or a little RC Porsche, you know. Oh, that'd be kind of cool. A little RC Porsche right there in the front of the gym, yeah. And then you could be like, yeah, this is our race car. As always, guys, thanks for watching. If you want to support the channel, Cash App, Venmo. You don't want to give me money, you can go buy yourself stuff through Inverted Gear or BJJ Mental Models. Offer code ALEC. That's also a way you can support the channel. You ain't got no money, that's okay. You can like this video, leave a comment, and share it. That also helps. And that's it, guys. Until next time, peace. I'll see you guys soon. And have a happy, handsome Tuesday. happy, handsome Tuesday, man.